Unless you're telling me you've pulled from retirement.
Oh, I definitely have. We've had to fix the foundation twice, right?
So you were at 10?
I was at 20.
You guys have kids?
We got kids. One is 12 and one is 4. It's not that she runs the money and the finances and checks all these bills because like I won't or something like that. It's because I couldn't like mentally handle it.
Nothing's gonna change.
Nope.
Now we have 2 car payments, $1,400 a month to deal with because of a manic depressive episode. What about this?
Oh no, that was done while I was manic depressed.
Okay, we can't just,
Not an excuse.
we need safeguards in the future.
Yeah, exactly. The point for saying that is it's not exclusively, I'm just sitting there saying, hey, how badly can I f myself up? It's like there's actually going on.
Jesse, welcome back to Financial Audit. Thanks for coming back in. So, little recap of last time. Sure. You were 36 at the time. We uploaded you on January 3rd. It's almost been a year since your upload. My goodness.
Almost exactly.
Wow. Okay, so are you 37 now?
Yes.
Cool. And stockbroker, you were making some money. $75,000 before bonus, after bonus about $86,000. But this was household income as well, so that brought that up combined of $135,000. Now, in general, you had a self-evaluation, Hammer Financial score, 4 out of 10. And with the gender transition, you're spending about $25,000. At least I think that was your projected at that time. You were already working overtime trying to fix some things, but you just got 2 brand new cars at the time. I know you had some mental health struggles that you were mentioning at that time that kind of came with the gender transition. And, you know, there was some, you're potentially maybe blaming some issues on that when it comes to your financial issues. Lots of purchases on the credit cards, lots of going out, stopping for bullshit at the gas stations. And of course, only 4% overall was going towards debt repayment. And there was $117,000 of debt, a bad debt. Because then you also have an additional $166,000 on your mortgage. Car loan, we had a Kia. That was a 9.5%, not a good interest rate. Not, of course, it's not like the 25% interest rates, but not a good interest rate. And that was at $37,000, which is an insane amount of money. And then another $34,000 on a Subaru at another not great 8.7% interest rate. Then student loans, which were at 7%, which is also just for student loans. You know, we're talking. Usually we're like 3-4%. So that was pretty horrendous, almost around $20,000. Then a mortgage, great, 4%, $166 on there. Lowe's credit card, 8% rate, almost $10,000. No interest rate known on the Costco card, or at least it wasn't given in the episode, of $3,262. Then there's an unnamed credit card, $552 on there at a 0% interest. Then another 0% Best Buy at $1,299. Retirement, only $4,000 for you. Bad for that kind of mid-30 life. And then $15,000 for the wife, though, which also honestly probably kind of bad. Because how old is she?
She's 36 now.
Yeah, not good for retirement. Definitely far behind on that. And Hammer Financial score overall came out to a 2.5 out of 10. Real estate really pulling it up. So what has happened? It's been a year. What has happened in your life? Finances, everything. Give us that yearly update.
Sure. Well, I think one of the big things that would change that I believe you would find pertinent is I got rid of the Subaru.
Really?
I did.
Whoa. Okay. Why?
I just didn't want to make the payments.
All right.
I was like, hey, let's go for something a little cheaper. I got into a 2022 Kia Soul.
Okay.
Which I believe you have the paperwork on, and it's quite a bit less in total expenditures for that as well.
Very good.
So, yeah, that was a big one. I paid off some debt. We paid off a few of the home foundation windows, the fence. I've gotten rid of some of that stuff. So we have less expenditures on that, gotten the credit card spending a bit more under control. Some of the stuff that we did talk about previously is still happening, but it's on its way out the door.
What are we talking about?
Mental health.
Okay,
stuff.
On its way out the door. What is out the door on the mental health?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if you recall, but you know how I said like last year, for example, I have an eating disorder. That still plays a factor.
Okay.
So I'm still working on it. I can't fix everything at the same time.
Of course.
So just one little thing at a time.
So you're working on it. How's the progress been within a year?
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Everybody's going to sit down at this table and say, oh, I wish it was better than it is right now, but I've made progress.
Okay.
Not where I want it to be, but it is.
Progress is progress.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to get you closer to that finish line.
Correct.
Even though I guess some would say there's probably never a finish line, but we want to get you just closer to whatever that might be and towards your goal and just a healthier place in general. But I am glad to hear that progress is being made. What else?
Well, the good news is in terms of the gender transition itself, medically speaking, I paid off the entirety of all that I owed.
Really?
In
what did you
August.
owe on that?
What it came down to, I think it was 23 and some change.
1,000? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's zero now?
It's zero.
How'd you pay all this off? What has happened? What's like happened to your budget and what's happened to just your finances over this last year? What has happened?
Sure. Well, like I said, I've made progress in some areas. We paid off some stuff. My wife and I, our bonuses just went straight earlier this year towards taking care of debt.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, still doing the overtime. And so anytime that comes into a factor, what we've done is we've actually split up some of our banking accounts. So we have like a living expenses account where we get paid and then we throw XYZ number of dollars, $200-$300 into that every week. And we're just like, okay, well, that's where the bills will come from. That's where the groceries will come from, gasoline, stuff like that.
Are you seeing that's helping with your budgeting?
I would say, yeah, because we're separating up where our money's going. So we don't just have a chunk of money every week sitting in one account saying, oh, well, we've got spare. So what we're doing is we're separating it out. Like this is going to this, this is going to this, this is going to this. And we put them in different accounts. So that money can't be used accidentally or incidentally for something it shouldn't be.
Okay. How's the spending?
Spending's pretty good comparatively to last year.
So what got you guys on the budget? Obviously you came on the show and, it was a bit of a mess. Would you say that you changed pretty quickly after that?
Yeah, I would. So when we met last time, I was in the tail end of coming out of a manic depression episode. It was really my first time experiencing that. You mentioned this. I've got a few mental conditions and disorders going on that we're working through.
Officially?
Diagnosed, yes. So I've got like 3 or 4. And I have MDD, which led into a manic depressive episode. That's what I was dealing with in 2023. Once I got that under control, and I did come out of that pretty early into this year, things have been completely different.
How'd you get that under control?
I honestly don't have an answer for that.
Just time?
Just time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, working on myself.
Time heals things. And then
can.
Sometimes when you're just focusing on, when you start improving other areas of life, whether, for me, if I'm talking about energy or even some anxieties and stuff, I know when I get into better physical conditions, eat better, a lot of that kind of helps solve things. There's just like extra things that like almost domino effects across the board. So maybe you were improving other parts of your life and that just kind of domino affected.
Yeah. One of the things that helped is like, I'm just at about 3 years into my medical transition, about coming up on 3.5, 4 with my social transition. And I noticed a very large difference in my mental state towards myself. There was a lot less self-hate as I got further into it. And because I was making progress, especially after my bonuses earlier this year, when that was used to pay off a lot of the medical debt that we had, I was like, oh, I felt a lot more confident. And like you said, kind of that domino or that snowball effect where it just rolls into something else. And so that's really what happened, I think.
Okay. Well, that sounds good so far. Let's prove it with the finances. Let's jump in. Sure. You're at a 2.5 out of 10 last time on the Hammer Financial Score. So let's see where we be.
Sure.
Again, last time we started with $11,021 at 7% was just a loan. It's Credit Human. Is that what the loan was? Was this Credit Human?
No, that one's new. It is.
Why do we have a new loan?
It is for foundation repair.
Okay, so what happened?
Keep in mind the house is built in 1956. We're the third owners of the house. The previous 2 owners never actually improved the condition of the house.
Do you have a lifetime warranty on the foundation now?
Yes.
You should. Yeah.
We do.
Good. That's very important. So everything was shifting. Did you have like window seals breaking and cracks in the floor? What was happening?
We did. Actually, all of our windows are new because they were original to the house. Some of that's been paid off already.
Yeah, but what made you have to repair? Like, what were you seeing that's like, okay, we need to repair the foundation now?
Actual dipping in the floor. Wow. Like it was just sinking in the middle. The joists or whatever you would call those supportive beams that run across the entire length of the house underneath because it's pier and beam. We had to get that repaired. And then when they got on, once they got under there, they're like, uh-oh, here's this and this and this.
Okay, so you owe $4,783.47 on this.
Yes.
Actually, that was the original balance. A little bit is paid off. So this looks like this was probably pretty done recently.
Yes.
$4,007 is owed on it now.
April, I believe, is when it was officially done.
It's a 9%.
It is.
I encourage the foundation repair, but a 9%? How much shopping did we do?
In regards to? Like finding the loan?
Financing this for this.
We shopped around 2 or 3 locations, but we ultimately went with the foundation company that had done our first.
First?
Yeah. We have 2 foundations up. We did one in 2021. The back half of the
warranty?
house. No, there was a warranty, but it was on something different. The back half of the house had sunk because we're slightly on a hill. Back half of the house was 3.5 inches south.
And this minimum monthly payment of $64.23 is going to take forever to pay this off.
Oh, we pay, I believe.
It looks like $94.
Yes.
So you pay a little extra.
We do pay extra.
But even still, it's going to take forever to pay off, even with that amount. This 9%, like it's just no investment is competing with it in a positive way.
And see, that's where it comes into play, where we're taking care of one thing at a time. So we're going to get to that.
We talked about that. I brought up the $11,021 personal loan. So what's up with that? Is that loan gone? Does it still exist? $11,00021 is loan.
I'm trying to remember what that's for. I think that was the fence, and that's been paid off.
If that's been paid off, that's great, because that's, a $4,000 loan added. Not happy with that, but if $11,000 loan is gone net,
yes,
I'm relatively satisfied. At an interest rate of last time, well, that was 7%. Now we're at a 9% loan on this new thing. Okay.
Now, are you comparing to the other foundation loan with that one, or that personal loan?
No, just that past loan that you said was paid off. Okay, Regent, so this would be your home. Right? No. Oh, a home improvement loan. Is this the other foundation repair?
Yes, that should be.
Okay. Is this also new?
No. We've had one of the home foundation loans was from 2021. About a year.
Oh, you know what? This was the $11,021 last time. Okay, I got it. So now this has been brought down. Damn it. I thought that loan was paid off. Okay. $9,911.34. Is that 7%? So that has only gone down about $1,000. Okay. Regular minimum monthly payment. $145.26.
Now, are the notes not in there for the other loans that we paid off?
Oh, we're going to go through and find out. Yeah, not much progress is done on that, but that's either good or bad depending on the entire situation that we're looking at. So
sure.
Original loan amount $7,600.
Should be the windows.
When did you do this?
That was in 2021 as well.
Yeah.
It might have been 22.
Wonder did I not have this loan last time?
You should have.
That's okay. Only a couple thousand's been paid off in the 3 years. Maybe this is just taking forever, and that interest is beating you down.
Assuming that I'm not doing something else.
Assuming you're not doing something else, so I do have to see that. Yeah. Fees owed $25 for what? I don't know. It doesn't say. It's a screenshot of an account instead of a statement.
Yeah, which is really weird. Some of these don't actually produce.
Did you email them or call them? Sometimes it's on the back end and they can give it.
I actually didn't.
Are you creating videos as a full-time creator? It's a grind between scripting, editing, and all those endless little tweaks. And sometimes it feels like taquitos would be honestly a better career choice. But that's where today's sponsor, InVideo AI, comes in. With over 10 million users across 150 countries, InVideo AI is the world's most used AI video creator. I remember hearing about other generative AI tools what feels like ages ago. And when I recently looked, most of them aren't even available to the public yet. But InVideo AI V3 is going to be available for access soon all across the world. It's the only tool that'll truly put you in the director's seat. So here's how it works. To start, you enter in a detailed prompt. For example, show drone view of waves crashing against the rugged cliffs along Big Sur's Garai Point Beach with a voiceover.
Am I the only one who didn't know? Big Sur's Garai Point Beach is this breathtaking?
Add a glowing sunset over the water, creating a golden glow.
The golden light of the setting sun casts an ethereal glow, making the whole scene look like a painting.
Have a lighthouse on an island overlooking the beach and change the voiceover to my voice. And there in the distance, a quaint lighthouse perched on a small island, standing guard over this majestic vista. InVideo's AI will generate a rough draft based on your input, and it's unlike any video creation tool I've ever used before. Remember, you're the director here and can prompt whatever whatever changes you need, just like I did. So if you haven't checked out InVideo AI V2 already, go check it out right now for free. With paid plans starting from just $20 a month, and if you use my code FinancialAudit50, you'll get 2 times the number of video creation minutes in the first month. Scan the QR code on screen or check out the link in the description below to try out the future of video creation today. Okay, Kia. So this is the Kia from last time, down from that 37,000 to 31,000 now. So there's actually decent progress on that one. Why specifically more progress on this one?
We're just making the monthly payments.
Just the monthly payments. So the term's probably shorter, making it down lower. Oh, man, that balance is still so high. Is the interest the same?
Yes.
Okay.
Not trying to refinance. Of course, there's a reason for that as well.
Go on. What is it?
Well, TLDR, we're moving, or we're trying to move, so we're selling the house.
Really?
Yes.
What's the house expected to go for conservatively?
So we've talked to a few real estate agents or companies, and we've gotten theoretical evaluations between 223 to like 278 for our area. And we got
let's go with 223.
I think at one point we got a cash offer for like 250, but that particular company wanted to withhold.
Also, when was that?
That was about 2 weeks ago.
And they wanted what?
They were willing to offer a little over 250K, but they wanted to withhold about 40,000 for assumed improvements to the house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're going to get things like that in general. Let's just assume you walk away with 223 net. Yeah, so that gives you, what does that give you? $60,000, just about.
Give or take. I think in a perfect world, we would like to, based on the math we did, we would like to have 240, maybe 239 out of.
Which would be great, but I'm trying to think. So you're thinking of wiping the Kia with that?
Yes.
Okay, which is, I'm
Home
okay
loans,
with that.
Kia.
My big concern is sometimes when people use a big sale or a new loan or a consolidation is they don't change the behavior. So I need to see if through here you have actually changed the behavior in general around the spending, because the spending last time was bad. So we do have, instead of the 30, hold on. This is your new car? It went from 34 just to 32?
No, the remaining principal is 24. Everything, if you include interest,
But is this
it
your
would
new
end
car?
up being that much.
Total loan amount, 30. Okay.
Yes.
But this is your new loan.
Yes.
So principal remaining. So we went from 34 to 24. 24, 331,000. Total loan amount was 31. Okay, gotcha. I see.
And we're either going to do the same thing with like a house payment, assuming that we would get enough, which is why we have a certain aiming amount. We would like to pay off the car as well, or as much as we could on it. But really what we're going to do is we're going to snowball anything that we do pay off into that.
Okay, $443.31 minimum monthly payment.
Yes.
Okay. Student loans is exactly the same, basically. It's actually a little different.
Essentially.
It's like a couple $100 different. Had your payments just started or something?
Payments have not gone into effect yet.
But you paid $107.
Yes, I do that every single month just to mostly take care of interest.
Yeah, because the interest rates on here are brutal. Okay, mortgage 163 now. Yeah.
And these are some just basic bills.
What about the okay. And this is checking account. Wait a minute. What's your checking account? What is your checking account?
I didn't bring it.
Why?
I didn't want to.
Why?
I can tell you what my numbers are.
Well, I'm trying to address your spending. That's like the big question here is your spending would be whether or not you use your mortgage to pay off the house is a good or bad thing depending on your behavior.
Right. I have, if you want, I can grab my account and let you see what's in it right now.
Okay.
Would you like on the phone? But I didn't want to print out the forms.
Okay, sure. I mean, can I look at your spending?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Is that okay? The mortgage, the main account, living expenses, and a few savings accounts at the bottom.
What's your spending account? Main?
Which one are you looking at?
Your spending account? Where does the spending come from?
It's going to be the main for various things like paying the bills that you'll see here, or living expenses account would be for stuff like
Where's
gas,
your fund
groceries.
spending?
It will come out of the main account when we do it.
There's a lot of transfers back and forth. That makes sense with the accounts you have.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Why is there a deposit for
Because
2,000?
That's where I work.
Oh, that's right. Do we need to bleep that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Can't believe that.
Funny enough, though, plenty of people at my job watch this. So,
Well, that makes sense.
yeah, they'll walk and be like, hey, I saw you on Caleb Hammer. I'm like, yeah, you did.
Well, hopefully they're seeing a positive update. It seems like it really, I mean, the last Red Lobster November 17th was the last like bullshit thing. And then McDonald's like a week before that. So the spending's gotten a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like I said, the real big factor for us has been differentiating like what needs to go where ahead of time. And we're like, okay, this much is going to this account. For like example, we'll go shopping at Walmart weekly or something like that. And what we do is we're like, hey, we get $150, $200. That goes towards our grocery bill every week. And then $40 per person for a tank of gas. And that is all we get.
What about the Lowe's card right now?
It's paid off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Costco?
Yes, paid off.
Woo!
In fact, we don't even have that credit card anymore.
Really? What happened?
That's what's weird. It closed without warning us, and there was we got an email with different terms and conditions saying we hadn't agreed to it. And then I went back and I looked. I'm like, there was no T's and C's sent to me, so I don't know what this is about. They just never responded.
Okay. And that unnamed credit card that was $552?
Don't have that.
And the Best Buy?
Best Buy's been paid off.
Wow. Okay. So this is huge progress. And I am totally down. Listen, with your spending, with where your spending's at, of just being pretty chill and actually taking control of your behavior. What is this? Can you tell me what this is?
I believe it's an electric bill.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
or
fine.
a water, gas bill, something like that.
Yes. So what I would be totally down. Now, why are we moving?
Safety.
Okay. And what are you trying? You're trying to buy or rent?
Rent.
Okay.
We're moving out of state.
Okay. So I'm totally down with that. Yeah, I would use, if you walk away with like 60, you might not be able to pay off all the cars. It'll be pretty close.
Right.
But yeah, no, dude. I would totally throw that towards, probably the new one first, and then eventually the Kia, and then maybe the student loans after that.
Yeah, that's what we were planning on. That's why we would hope, like, hey, perfect world, we get about $250 or $245 net, stuff like that. Then we could pay off both cars, roll that into like student loans or whatever. But that's our objective. That's what we've been doing.
This is
year.
good. What? Like, I'm so curious. You and your wife, like, what made you guys just like take such control after being such a mess for a while?
Long story short, I got out of my manic depressive episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what was holding you back the most.
Yeah. So the finances
How long
were
was
being
that?
Maybe middle of 22, early 22 to the very beginning of 24. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
And I went to the, get help medically for that, therapist, dietitians, all that stuff as well. So like I spent a good money, but I spent a good amount of time focusing on it because I can't fix everything at once. But what I can
mental
do,
health's first.
Yes, and I got that taken care of in many regards, and now I'm able to mentally turn my attention in a lot more holistic manner towards my finances.
I love it. Let's get your updated Hammer financial score. I think that plan's actually works well. Usually a lot of people come in with a plan and I'm like, I don't know about that plan, but I'm kind of down with it. I mean, you're spending in a budget. Everything's going pretty darn well. It's just barely any bullshit, but it's pretty damn good.
Thank you.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 just because there technically was a little. Debt, those cars are very expensive at bad interest rates. Don't love that, but your debt has gotten a lot better. Last time it was a 2. Now I'm going to say it's about a 5 out of 10. Okay. Emergency fund. How do you have any semblance of an emergency fund?
We do. I have money in a separate bank account.
How much is in there?
Right now, I don't look at it on purpose, but I think it's a little over 1,000 right now.
I'll give you a 1 out of 10.
I just do pennies on that.
Retirement, or is it about the same?
My retirement's at about 18.
Oh, big jump.
Yeah.
Okay, still playing big catch up.
Yes.
But I'm going to give you about a 3 out of 10 there. Real estate, still great. Obviously, your real estate score is actually going to go down, but that's okay. It's it's a temporary thing. We're just moving some things. Your real estate score will push your debt score to 10 out of 10, because, it offsets because you're going to pay off your debt. But real estate, still about the same. It's like, well, actually, I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10 there. Beautiful. Let's get your updated Hammer financial score.
Sure.
Big progress here. Very happy to see this. How are you feeling? You feeling happy?
Yeah, I'm good. I got through a couple medical issues earlier this year, and I was just ready to rock and roll.
Well, just with your finances and everything, is you're just like Are you excited on this? I'm excited for you.
No.
Why?
My father is, he was very hard on me in that regard. So
On finances?
It's one of those things where it's like, you're never quite good enough for his approval kind of thing. That's the classic daddy issues thing, though. So,
Okay. Well,
no,
we definitely want to get your retirement to a better place, of course. But it
it's
is
gonna be
okay to celebrate your progress, and you have made progress.
And that is something I do have to work
In just 1
on.
year, your scores doubled in just 1 year. You went from 2.5 to a 5.
Thank you.
This is huge, okay?
Thank you.
Let's celebrate. Let's be happy. All right, guys, check out all our education. It's the kind of education that can double your Hammer financial score. It's all bundled together for 15% off. We'll see you guys in the next one.